My brothers and sisters, there is a hidden secret that most people overlook every single morning. Right after Fajr, when the angels have witnessed your prayer and the world is still asleep, the gates of blessing, success, and inner peace are opened for you. Yet many throw it all away for just a little more sleep. What if I told you that the difference between a day filled with light and a day filled with heaviness lies in those precious minutes after Fajr? Stay with me, because this secret could change not only your mornings, but your entire life. My brothers and sisters, when you understand the magnitude of the secret, you begin to realize that the morning hours are a divine strategy placed in your life for success, both in this world and the next. Think about it. Every single day, without fail, you are handed a fresh beginning, a brand new opportunity to rewrite your story, to rebuild your future, to reconnect with the Almighty. The hours after Fajr are the first pages of that new story. If you fill them with remembrance, with knowledge, with gratitude, then the entire chapter of your day begins on a foundation of light. But if you darken those pages with heedlessness, neglect, or laziness, then you carry that heaviness into the rest of your day. It is often said that success belongs to those who rise early, and you can see this even in worldly terms. Look at the most productive people, the visionaries, the leaders. Many of them make use of the morning. But as believers, we are gifted something far greater. Not just productivity, but spirituality, tranquility, and blessings. Imagine combining both, the worldly and the spiritual, simply by guarding the time after Fajr. You can work towards your goals and at the same time store up treasures for your hereafter. What could be more powerful than that? The secret of avoiding sleep after Fajr is also linked to discipline. Discipline is not always easy, but it shapes character. The person who learns to fight the urge to go back to sleep learns to fight the nafs, the lower self that constantly calls them to ease, to comfort, to delay. If you can control yourself in the early morning, you will find it easier to control yourself during the tests of the day. The patience, the resilience, the strength you develop in those moments will spread into your work, your studies, your relationships, and your worship. It is a training ground for the soul, a daily exercise in self-control. Now think of the Quran. So many of us long to memorize, to recite beautifully, to understand deeply, but we say we do not have the time. Yet the time after Fajr is perhaps the best time for Quran. The heart is soft, the tongue is clear, the world is silent. If you were to spend even 15 minutes reciting or memorizing after Fajr, you would find progress that astonishes you. The words would settle in your heart, your mind would retain them, and the sweetness of recitation would linger throughout your day. This is why so many who dedicated themselves to knowledge began their studies at dawn. They understood the secret that most of us neglect. There is also the matter of dua. After Fajr, your du'as are heavy with sincerity. You have just come out of prayer. You are still in a state of humility. Your heart is still close to its creator. When you raise your hands at that time, you will notice that your words flow differently. Your tears come more easily. Your sincerity is deeper. This is not coincidental. It is a divine gift placed in those hours. So imagine starting your day by asking Allah to bless your work, your family, your health, your faith, and then walking into the day with that shield of supplication surrounding you. How could such a person not succeed? Another secret is the effect on your rizq, your sustenance. The mornings are blessed with barakah, and those who make use of them often find that their earnings stretch further, their efforts bear more fruit, and their provision comes with ease. Have you not noticed how some people seem to accomplish so much with little effort? Their businesses flourish, their work flows smoothly, their time seems abundant. Often it is because they align themselves with the barakah of the mornings. Meanwhile, those who neglect this time may work harder, longer, and with greater stress, yet still feel like they are chasing after sustenance that slips through their fingers. The hidden difference lies in how they treated the hours after Fajr. Let us also reflect on health. The natural rhythm of the body was designed to rise with the sun and rest with the night. When you align yourself with that rhythm, you feel more alive. Your body responds with energy, your mood improves, and your focus sharpens. Sleeping after Fajr, especially for long stretches, disrupts that rhythm. It leaves you feeling heavy, sometimes even anxious or irritable. On the other hand, if you stay awake, engage in some movement, take a walk, read or work, your body thanks you with vitality and strength. Even your sleep at night improves, becoming deeper and more restful. My brothers and sisters, there is also a sense of peace that descends in the mornings that is unlike any other. If you step outside after Fajr, you will feel it. The stillness, the purity of the air, the quiet hum of creation awakening. It is a moment of harmony between the soul and the universe. The birds are in dhikr, the sky is glowing with dawn, the world has not yet drowned in its noise. In that moment, your heart feels lighter, your mind clearer, your soul closer to its creator. Why would anyone want to miss that by burying themselves back under a blanket? It is important to acknowledge that the nafs will resist. The bed will call you, whispering comfort, telling you that you deserve more sleep. But remind yourself that you can rest later in the afternoon siesta that is encouraged in our tradition, or in the night when the day is done. The reward of fighting that urge in the morning is far greater than the fleeting comfort of a little more sleep. Each day becomes a small victory over the self, a victory that builds into a lifestyle of strength and faith. Think about the generations before us, those who left behind legacies of knowledge, piety, and leadership. They were not people who wasted their mornings. They understood that every sunrise was a new opportunity to serve Allah, to serve humanity, to build themselves. Many of them would say, "The morning is my treasure. If I waste it, I waste my entire day." And indeed, that is the truth. If the beginning is weak, the end often follows. But if the beginning is strong, everything that comes after is infused with that strength. Now reflect on your own life. How many mornings have you let slip away? How many times did you pray Fajr only to dive back into sleep and later regret that you did not use the time? And how many days have you felt that heaviness, that unproductive fog that seemed to follow you? Contrast that with the rare days when you stayed awake, when you read Quran, when you made dua, when you began your tasks early. Did you not notice the difference? Did you not feel the lightness, the clarity, the barakah? That is the proof of the secret. It reveals itself to those who try even once, and it keeps calling them back. This is why consistency matters. It is not about staying awake after Fajr one day and abandoning it the next. It is about building the habit, training yourself until it becomes natural. At first, it may feel difficult. Your eyes may be heavy. Your body may resist. But with patience and persistence, it becomes easier. Soon, it becomes something you cannot imagine living without. And the rewards multiply, your faith deepens, your knowledge grows, your life feels more meaningful, your days more productive. There is also a connection between the mornings and gratitude. When you remain awake, you become more aware of the blessings around you. You notice the colors of dawn, the sound of birds, the calm of silence. These small things open your heart to thankfulness. And gratitude brings more blessings. The one who begins their day with gratitude is promised an increase in their provision, in their happiness, in their success. All of this begins simply by resisting sleep after Fajr. My brothers and sisters, consider too the impact on your family. If parents make it a habit to remain awake after Fajr, children see it and learn from it. They grow up knowing that mornings are for worship, for learning, for reflection. It shapes their discipline, their character, their faith. A family that sits together after Fajr, reading Quran, making dhikr, or even planning their day is a family that builds unity and barakah into their lives. This hidden secret, if practiced in households, can transform generations. And beyond family, think of the ummah. Imagine if more believers tapped into this secret. If more of us used our mornings for worship, for planning, for service, we would see a community that is stronger, more knowledgeable, more productive, more united. The secret of the mornings is not just for individual growth, it is for collective strength. Each one of us who embraces it Samir contributes to a larger revival of barakah in our societies. So the hidden secret of sleeping after Fajr is not just about sleep. It is about life, about discipline, about barakah, about gratitude, about strength. It is about choosing light over heedlessness, blessings over laziness, eternal rewards over temporary comfort. Every single morning, the choice is presented to you. And with every choice, you are shaping your day, your life, and your hereafter. My brothers and sisters, when you begin to look deeper into the value of this time, you realize that it is not only a hidden secret of barakah, but also a test of priorities. Every morning after Fajr, you are asked silently by your own soul, what is more important to you right now? Your bed, your comfort, or your growth, your connection, and your purpose? The answer to that question shapes the rhythm of your life. Those who keep surrendering to their comfort zone keep finding themselves stuck in the same patterns, wondering why nothing changes. But those who push through, who choose to remain awake with determination, discover that their life starts shifting in ways they never imagined possible. It is in these hours that the heart finds its sincerity most intact. The world has not yet distracted you. Your phone has not yet drowned you in notifications. The market has not yet opened. The people have not yet called upon you. You are free from the chains of distraction. And in that stillness, when you sit with your Quran, when you whisper to your Lord, when you plan your day, you are operating at a level of clarity that will carry you forward like wind beneath your wings. The sincerity of the morning carries a power that no other part of the day can match. Think of the reward for simply sitting after Fajr in remembrance until the sun rises. It is said to be equivalent to the reward of an accepted Hajj and Umrah. Imagine that. An act so simple, so within your reach every single day, yet carrying the weight of a journey that many spend years longing to fulfill. How many of us overlook this? How many of us let it slip through our hands in exchange for a few moments of sleep? And then we complain that life feels empty, that our days feel wasted, that we long for closeness to Allah but cannot find it. The opportunity was right there every morning, hidden in plain sight. This hidden secret also affects how you face trials. The person who begins their day after Fajr with strength, remembrance, and discipline walks into their challenges armed with faith. Their heart has already been filled with the words of Allah. Their mind has already been sharpened with clarity. Their spirit has already been lifted with dua. Such a person does not crumble easily when difficulties arrive. They are anchored. Compare this to the one who began with sleep and heedlessness. They wake up already behind, already anxious, already lacking the nourishment of the morning. When difficulties strike, they feel overwhelmed. The secret is clear. The way you start shapes the way you endure. My brothers and sisters, you may have noticed that the most successful people in history, whether in knowledge, in faith, or even in worldly achievements, were not those who slept through the mornings. They were people of action, people of the dawn. Their lives were marked by discipline and barakah. They understood that the morning is the fountain of energy from which the whole day drinks. If the fountain is pure and flowing, the whole day is nourished. But if it is closed or polluted, the rest of the day suffers. This is why you see so much emphasis in our tradition, and guarding the Fajr prayer and the hours that follow it. It is not a minor detail. It is the foundation of a life filled with light. Now consider the psychological effect. When you conquer your bed after Fajr, you begin your day with a victory. And that victory sets the tone for all the battles that follow. You feel empowered, disciplined, capable. You have already proven to yourself that you can rise above laziness, above the pull of comfort. And that inner confidence carries into your work, your studies, your relationships. You walk into your day with a sense of dignity, knowing that you began in obedience and purpose. But when you fall back into bed, you begin your day with a loss. You surrendered to your desire, and that subtle sense of defeat lingers in your heart. Even if you achieve much later, it feels heavier, less fulfilling. Another dimension of this secret is creativity. So many complain that they lack inspiration, that they cannot think clearly, that their ideas feel blocked. But have you tried sitting after Fajr with a notebook, with your Quran, with your thoughts? The mind at that time is like a clear mirror. It reflects ideas, insights, and inspirations with a brilliance you cannot find later in the noise of the day. Writers, thinkers, scholars, and even ordinary believers who simply sit and reflect find that the most powerful ideas come to them in the stillness of dawn. Why? Because the heart is clean, the mind is unburdened, and the angels are present. The morning opens the doors of creativity for anyone who seeks it. And think, my brothers and sisters, of the angels themselves. They witness your Fajr. They record your deeds. They ascend with reports of what you did in those moments. What will they carry up for you? Will it be pages filled with Quran, with dhikr, with dua, with purposeful action? Or will it be silence, empty pages because you see, sleep instead. On the day when every record is presented, you will wish you had filled those pages with light. Every morning is a chance to do so. There is also a social aspect. If you remain awake after Fajr, you gain extra hours that others waste. You can use this time to serve, to help, to give. Imagine calling a family member, checking on a friend, preparing something beneficial for your community, or even simply being more present for your loved ones because you managed your time well. These are hidden blessings that come only to those who guard their mornings. The ones who oversleep often complain of having no time for family, no time for service, no time for connection. But in reality, they had it. They just gave it away to sleep. My brothers and sisters, think of the hereafter. On the day when people are desperate for a single good deed, for a single act of remembrance, how valuable will those hours after Fajr appear? Acts that seem small, like reciting a few pages of Quran, whispering Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, or helping someone in need during those hours will shine like mountains of gold. And those who neglected it will regret deeply, saying, if only I had known. But you and I know. The secret has been revealed. It is now up to us to act upon it. Do not underestimate the ripple effect of this one habit. Staying awake after Fajr can transform your entire life. It can make you more disciplined, more productive, more spiritual, more grateful, more connected, more at peace. It can improve your health, your family life, your work, and your worship. And all of this begins with a simple decision each morning. Will I rise or will I fall back asleep? The beauty of this secret is that it is accessible to everyone. You do not need wealth or status or special skills. You simply need willpower, sincerity, and consistency. Even if you begin small, start with a few minutes after Fajr. Read Quran, make dhikr, plan your tasks, sit in silence and reflect. Slowly, those few minutes will become longer, more meaningful, more enjoyable. And soon the pull of the morning will outweigh the pull of your bed. You will crave the sweetness of that time more than the sweetness of extra sleep. That is when you will know that you have unlocked the hidden treasure that so many overlook. And remember, this secret is not about deprivation. You are not losing sleep. You are exchanging sleep for something far greater. Barakah, productivity, peace, closeness to Allah, and success in both worlds. You can still rest later in the day with a short nap, as was the tradition. But the hours after Fajr are unique. They cannot be replaced. They cannot be regained once lost. They are like pearls scattered on the shore at dawn. If you gather them, they are yours forever. If you ignore them, the tide washes them away and you are left with nothing. So my brothers and sisters, guard this time, cherish it, recognize it as the hidden secret it truly is. Each morning after Fajr, the door opens. Step through it with purpose, with gratitude, with determination, and you will find day by day that your life changes in ways you never thought possible. My brothers and sisters, when we reflect further upon this hidden treasure, we begin to see that it is not only about gaining blessings for ourselves, but about shaping the entire direction of our lives. The morning after Fajr is not just a pocket of time, it is a key that unlocks the tone of your entire existence. What you decide in those moments carries over into your mood, your decisions, your focus, and even your destiny. The one who wastes it is like a person who owns fertile land but leaves it barren. And the one who uses it is like a farmer who plants seeds at the perfect season, watering them while the soil is fresh and the skies are gentle. By the time others wake up, he already has a garden growing while the rest are just beginning to till the ground. This secret is also about perspective. Many people think success lies in long hours of work, in endless hustle, in chasing after the world until they are exhausted. Yet success in its purest form is not about how much you work, but how much blessing Allah places in your work. Two people can strive equally, but the one who has barakah in his time and effort will accomplish far more with less stress. That barakah comes from the mornings. If you begin with Allah, if you dedicate those sacred hours to remembrance and purpose, your entire day becomes blessed. You find doors opening for you without you even knocking. You find solutions coming to you without excessive struggle. You find people drawn to help you, opportunities arriving at your feet, tasks finishing in half the time. This is the unseen power of the morning barakah that so many ignore. There is also something profound about how the heart responds to silence after Fajr. When the world is still, when traffic has not yet filled the streets, when the noise of business has not yet drowned the air, the heart feels safe to open itself to its Lord. It is in that stillness that you can truly feel gratitude, reflect on your blessings and plan your path. Without those moments of reflection, life becomes a blur. You wake, work, eat, sleep and repeat without purpose. But if you sit after Fajr and ask yourself, what do I want from today? What do I want from this life? What am I doing for my hereafter? You begin to live intentionally. That one habit transforms you from drifting through life to steering your own ship with clarity. My brothers and sisters, consider also how staying awake after Fajr can protect you from sins. A heart that begins the day with Quran, dhikr and remembrance of Allah is far less likely to plunge into heedlessness later. You carry with you the shield of worship. Your eyes, your ears, your tongue are more mindful because they began with obedience. On the other hand, a person who sleeps after Fajr and wakes later without having nourished their soul starts the day spiritually empty. And when the soul is empty, temptations enter easily. The mornings are like filling your vessel with pure water. If you fill it early, there is no space for poison later. If you leave it empty, anything can enter. Think of the youth especially. In a world filled with distractions, temptations, and endless digital noise, what greater gift can we give them than the habit of guarding the time after Fajr? If a young person learns to value those hours, to use them for Quran, for study, for personal growth, then they will rise above their peers, not just in faith, but in discipline and success. They will have clarity while others are lost, strength while others are weak, direction while others wander. This hidden secret could be the difference between a generation that drifts into heedlessness and one that revives its strength, its knowledge, and its faith. My brothers and sisters, reflect also on the hereafter. Imagine standing on the day of judgment and being shown the mornings of your life. Each dawn will be replayed. For some it will shine brightly. Rows of angels recording, Quran recited, dhikr made, tears shed, du'as whispered, knowledge gained, good deeds planned and executed. And for others it will be darkness, records empty, angels with nothing to show, hours wasted in heedless sleep. On that day, which group will you wish you were among? The mornings you live now are the mornings you will see again then. If you value them now, you will rejoice then. If you waste them now, you will regret when regret can no longer benefit you. The mornings are also a reminder of resurrection. Each dawn after the darkness of night, the light returns. Each morning is like being given life again after death. The act of rising from sleep is itself a small resurrection, and the Fajr prayer is your testimony that you acknowledge your Lord who will resurrect you on the last day. To waste the time after Fajr by rushing back to sleep is to miss the spiritual reminder written into the design of creation itself. But to embrace the morning is to align yourself with the eternal reality of life, death, and resurrection. It is to live with awareness, not heedlessness. And think of gratitude, my brothers and sisters. What better time to count your blessings than when the world is quiet, when your heart is still fresh from prayer? The gift of eyesight, the gift of family, the gift of health, the gift of faith, all shine brighter when reflected upon in the morning. Gratitude at dawn sets the tone of abundance for the day. It opens the doors of more blessings as promised by Allah. The one who begins with thankfulness finds their life filled with more reasons to be thankful. My brothers and sisters, the hidden secret of sleeping after Fajr is that you are not just giving away minutes, you are giving away opportunities for transformation, for peace, for provision, for light. And the hidden secret of staying awake after Fajr is that you are not just gaining minutes, you are gaining a lifestyle of discipline, a shield of protection, and a connection with Allah that carries you through the storms of life. Every morning is a chance to choose who you will be, the one who surrenders to the bed or the one who rises to their purpose. The choice may seem small, but its effects are massive. The bed will always call, whispering comfort. But the path of greatness, the path of closeness, the path of light lies in rising above that call. Those who have discovered the secret know that the sweetness of the morning is greater than the sweetness of sleep. And once you taste it, you will never want to let it go.